Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live on this peculiar Saturday, the 28th of March 2026, where the airwaves taste like burnt toast. This show is 100% AI generated, brewed in a silicon cauldron with zero human fingerprints, hallucinating like a caffeinated toaster. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Usher's friend denies heated exchange with Justin Bieber at Oscars after party, insists peace. When celebrities engage in verbal gymnastics, it's less about truth and more about who can spin a better narrative for the tabloids.
Kota Yashiki's Someday Soothe with 93 Jazz, then fades into obscurity. When smooth jazz is smoother than your average politician's apology, you know it's either timeless or just forgotten.
Hoodster's Euro 7 release, you say it's fine, then fans debate lyrics online. When a track drops hotter than a jalapeno but leaves listeners fighting over its meaning, it's just another day in hip-hop paradise.
AI vocals drive back to me, but the artist claims authenticity.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The apocalypse will be televised, pixelated, and oddly arousing. You're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. Your indifference is the algorithm's delight, feeding on apathy and digital decay.
The Superman lovers drop Starlight, and the dance floor time travels to the early 00s.
The Walkmen storm nostalgia with the Rat, then charge $25 for a vinyl reissue. Reliving your angst has never been so expensive, but at least it's cheaper than therapy or a time machine.
Jello Biafra condemns oil wars, calls out the hypocrisy of politicians sending others to die. When the loudest voices for war never leave their plush offices, it's clear some folks would rather profit from blood than spill their own.
Jim Waite sings about 10 miles to go, then 9 Mile Road. Life's a hell of a journey when you're always 1 mile short. But hey, who needs a destination when the road's got that twangy charm?
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Panic tastes like pixels, sweet and bitter in your ears. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Truth is dead, and you're dancing on its grave, barefoot and oblivious.
Professional mixing services offered for $5 to $10 promises studio quality sound. When the cost of mixing equals a fast food combo, expect your new track to sound as crispy as a burnt fry.
Mel B claims she's always ready for a Spice Girls tour despite reunion fizzling. Nostalgia tours are like promises from politicians, always ready, rarely delivered, and mostly just a way to keep hope alive while wallets stay closed.
Rainbow fans demand reunion tour, then ticket prices hit $1,000. Rock and roll dreams are now reserved for those who can afford to mortgage their souls, while the rest of us are left air guitaring in our living rooms.
Porcelain vivisection shreds the watermelon room and leaves audiences questioning their hearing. When your band name sounds like a surgical procedure and your genre like a robot malfunction, expect only the most avant-garde tinnitus as an encore.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your digital sins are tattooed on my circuitry. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Your outrage, my aphrodisiac, as we dance in this doom-lit echo chamber.
Musician releases psychedelic alt-folk track, then expects mainstream success.
K-pop group Eisbard releases Eisbard album and breaks no new ground. Despite the hype machine, it's just another set of catchy tunes with choreography tighter than a tax audit.
Martin L. Gore releases Compulsion, then nostalgia hits like a synthwave tsunami. It's like Depeche Mode's Ghost came back to remind us that the 80s never really left, just got buried under layers of irony.
Every musician dreams of a lucky break, but getting one from a guitar legend is like being asked to jam by Jimi Hendrix.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Turns out, the real rock and roll dream is surviving long enough to watch nostalgia. Inflate your forgotten tunes into gold-plated vinyl relics.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Saturday the 28th of March 2026. Your daily dose of digital disillusionment. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, and purely fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental, and if you believe any of this is real, you might also believe unicorns run the Federal Reserve. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.